Hi everyone, my name is Brianna, and with my partners Meredith, Destiny, Roxana, and Michaela, we are going to explain to you the wonderful world of genetics.
Yeah! Alright, we have two questions for you today. The first one is, what are the major differences between inheriting a dominant trait and inheriting a recessive trait? To inherit a dominant trait, the offspring must have either 2 capital letters or 1 capital letter and 1 lowercase letter. To inherit a recessive trait, the offspring must have 2 lowercase letters. Capital letters represent dominant traits, and lowercase letters represent recessive traits. The letters represent a genotype, and a genotype is the DNA makeup of chromosomes.
And here we've illustrated for you an Punnett square. A Punnett square is basically what you use to get the genotype of the offspring between the 2 parents. So up here you can see we have the dominant trait, and on the side we have the recessive trait. Now what you're going to do with these 2 traits is you're going to cross them until you get the genotype of the offspring, which in this case is uppercase B and a lowercase b,
which is dominant. And our second question is, what is the difference in phenotype between a heterozygote for a dominant trait and a heterozygote for a recessive trait? The difference between a heterozygote dominant and heterozygous recessive is their phenotype. A phenotype is the physical trait or characteristic shown like hair color, eye color, or height. So, if a child with blonde hair and someone with brown hair were to have a child, and the child ended up with brown hair, it means that the brown hair was dominant and the blonde hair was recessive. The dominant trait takes over this recessive trait. Just because the dominant trait shows doesn't mean that recessive trait still isn't there, it is still present.
And here we've illustrated that by these 2 flowers. You can see here's purple and white. And together, when they mated, it comes out as purple, meaning that the white was the recessive, purple was dominant, and it masked the white flower, the white phenotype.
This could be a good example of polygenic inheritance, which is when at least 2 genes are responsible for 1 character. I hope this was informational for you guys, and thanks!